This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Morning.
On the show today, we catch up with Jonathan Brown. A bit of footy to talk about.
We did. We also talk about your weekend stand-up, Nat.
Had an absolute, one for the ages.
Okay, one for the eight.
Memorable gig.
A couple of discussions about hospital, actually, Shaun.
Oh, we did.
Your wife went in there to have you removed.
Got that boiled landscape.
Have you ever seen dogs get stuck? Yeah. I understand how they go.
I have to unscrew him.
Bucket of water.
This is Nathan, Nat and Shaun. 937.
It's 6:04, Nathan, Nat and Shaun. Happy Monday.
Yay. On the drive to work this morning, I get off on Thomas Road and I turn right to go down to Hay Street, like a townhouse. There's a real estate agent on the corner, and then just go down there to these townhouses.
Yeah.
So they've put their hard rubbish out. It must be amazing because there was 4 people this morning
Already.
Just
going through it, and you could tell because one of them just walked up with another person.
Yeah.
There were 4 different people down there, and then another person was coming over the road with the torch, and they're all like, it was like they were panic shopping. And I'm just like, and I was that close to stopping my car and going to see what was in there.
Just ferreting
because
through
it looked
it.
like, you know, when there's a sale on and people, you go, oh, there must be something good at Aldi in the middle there.
It's amazing how quickly that spread, right?
Yeah.
So obviously someone's got there first and then got on the blower straight away, 4:30 in the morning. Yeah. You ever had a garage sale? Because that's exactly what happened.
Yes,
You
they
put
do.
in at 8 o'clock and people are knocking on your door at 6 in the morning because they want to
100%.
beat everyone to the
so
punch.
this morning, Nathan, on that, and maybe this is related, but as I was driving to work, I just come over the bridge in Fremantle, over Stirling Bridge. So I'm in North Fremantle, and there's a set of lights there that are normally green at that time of the morning, and they went red, and I was outraged. But then the reason it turned red was because there was a tiny car, like a little, the old school Honda Civics, that size, with a couch strapped to the top of it. Like just sort of a little beetling along.
So basically, in reality, the car was so small, the car should have been on the couch.
Correct. And that's
Which way was it headed?
It was heading towards Fremantle.
Oh,
so
it's probably
maybe
come
they'd
from
been
here.
there,
I
picked
know.
up a couch.
So my point is, should we take the show down the road?
I mean, this is now, all the good stuff's gone, Nathan. All the good stuff's gone.
Your dad will be listening. Is your
gotta
dad up
seize the
listening right now?
moment.
He will be in his car and
I
down
tell
there
you
a
what,
flash.
it was like I put my brakes on because I was like, wait there, there must be something good in there.
Yeah.
What did they get? What did?
Well, someone got a couch, so well done.
Well done to the couch people.
done.
Because you wouldn't just be moving a couch at 4:45, right?
No, because anything
Go
at
on
that
if you're
time,
stealing it.
anything at that time is ridiculous. It's like the people in the morning.
What's a guy doing with a couch on his roof?
It's like the people in the morning. I saw a couple in the morning and they were on those electric scooters, the ones you pay for, and they had hoods on and they had face masks on. It's like, well, you're robbing.
We know what
something.
you're doing.
You are actually a criminal.
Yeah.
No, they're just really worried about COVID.
COVID can't catch you on the scooter.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
You're going to be telling us a story about the open seas a little bit later on, aren't you?
Yeah, a story about the open seas. By the way, if anyone's spent any time at in hospital recently, particularly our government-run hospitals, I feel for you, and more importantly, the people who work there, which is the nurses in particular, who are severely understaffed.
Oh, my God.
I know everyone would have a story about this.
It's crazy. When I was there with Mum, because you're going to be speaking about your experience, when I was there with Mum and, just that last time, because I had to do a lot of sitting around and stuff like that. Oh my God, they were so underworked. And
Underworked?
Overworked,
understaffed.
Yeah.
Overworked. And there was one stage where one of them had to go off because something else had happened to someone else, and then there was this poor lady that was just sort of standing there, and they didn't abandon her or anything. They had to go.
No, yeah,
So-
go.
And she was like about to go over.
Yes.
So then I
They're
described
constantly
onto her.
putting out fires.
She didn't
essentially.
even know who I was.
Yeah.
She didn't even look at me.
Did you
She
grab a
just-
wallet?
She just held on to me. Was that so?
Grab a wallet?
No, I took it down to the ATM and they got the money out of it. So, anyway,
Not a
that's my
surprise to
point.
pay.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Little story from the weekend. Saturday night, I had a comedy gig, just a 10-minute sort of part of a bigger show kind of thing down in Fremantle.
She's a prop comedian.
And I'm not a prop.
No, she is.
Prop comedian might have gone down better.
She
to be
just pulled
honest.
out an inflatable
It
hammer and just smacked
was
herself in the head between she's a
an
nail.
absolute disaster. Oh, it was so bad.
So,
it was
sorry,
so
now,
bad.
where was it? At the Federal?
At At the Federal, yeah, that's right. So it was the last. So they've been doing show. They don't normally do a
date
show
night again
on a Saturday night, but because it was part of Fringe World. So there were a couple of other comedians from the East Coast over. So we all did sort of 10 minutes. So a couple of things threw me. One was that the MC was Dave Callan, and I'm like, oh, that's great. Dave Callan, I love Dave Callan. And then when they introduced Dave Callan, this guy walked up and I went, that's not Dave Callan.
Well, who was it?
His name is Dave Callan, but he's Scottish.
Oh.
I was expecting to see my friend Dave Callan, who I know.
So, and he's in comedy?
Yes.
Sorry, Dave Callan, who's Irish, has another Dave Callan that's Scottish and is in comedy.
This guy has shoulder-length curly hair as well, and I'm like...
But wait there.
It's the first time I'd encountered the other Dave Callan, and I'm like, so that rocked me.
Emma Stone changed her name from Emily Stone because there was another Emily Stone. Now, we don't know
Emma Stone.
Emily Stone. We don't know about that other one. A comedian can't be Dave Callan.
There's two Dave Callans. There's another in Perth. There's a David Hughes as well.
But he goes by David Hughes, that's at least. But it can't be another.
We need to ring our Dave Callan.
We need to have Callan off. We need to have Callan off.
He knows.
He knows.
Well,
geez, this is pretty polite.
I know. So that threw me.
Yeah, of course.
That threw me.
And
then there was before. Sorry, Dave Callan, the other one, did his bit at the top, and then there was a guy called Amos Gill who came on next, who's got Perth roots, but I think he's worked. He now lives overseas. And
what are their names?
He's a very established comedian, very good at what he does. Even he was struggling a little bit, and it was like,
Dave Callan threw him off.
Clearly, a little bit of a weird audience.
We must be next to the Dave Callan factory.
So then Dave Callan, the other one, has introduced me, and just as I've gone to walk up, this lady in the back row has turned around
and said, "I'm Dave Callan,"
and looked at me, and it was my sister-in-law.
Oh.
And so she and my brother were there, and I didn't know that they were going to be there, and it just I should have known because my sister-in-law did ask me what time it started, but I didn't. That was a few days ago. It didn't compute. She didn't say, "Oh yeah, we'll see you there" or anything like that. And so they're sitting in the back row, and then all of a sudden I just went, "Oh my god!" Like it threw me because some of the material is
about them.
It's about stuff from our childhood and stuff, and he gets to mention a few things. So then it just completely threw me for start, and I'm like, "Oh no!" And so I get up the front, and this particular room, it has the brightest spotlight known to man. I blew my first gag. So the first gag, I forgot to say the punchline.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You know what? You know what? We've all spoken to our parents. That's what your parents
do. It was bad.
Okay,
and then
how were you feeling?
Awful. And then of course, so I've blown the first punchline, and I was quite proud. I'd written that gag, and then I tried to bring it back later, and it didn't hit because obviously I should have said that punchline earlier. But I'm like, I don't want to waste it because it was time sensitive. I'm like, so I've blown that, and then I just couldn't remember.
Yeah, of course.
I blew the whole order of what I was doing, and I'm like, oh no. And then I just realised I was talking too fast.
That's okay. Natalie do that?
Then you just see what?
Nat, you know what you do? You know what you do? That's when you say the time and throw to Dua Lipa. Just pretend that you're on Nova. And wouldn't it have been terrible, Natalie, if the next person came out and go, and now Natalie Locke.
Yeah, no, how many are there?
And then another Nat Locke comes out and she was better.
Yeah, well, she wouldn't have had to try very hard.
So, Nat, the material about your family and stuff like that threw you, that you would... How did you go through that minefield?
I still delivered it, but badly.
Yeah.
But badly. And then there was one point where I said, "Oh, my brother is here. Have I got anything wrong?" And he didn't say anything. And so it's like, complete...
Well, it's like he's not even interested.
Complete radio silence. I'm like, oh, yeah, no, he's not even owning up to knowing me at this stage. It's not good. It was... And the audience were all... Like, the guy before me had said, you guys are old. Like, it was an older crowd. And it's like, oh, they're not... Nothing's hitting with them. I don't know. It was so
Natalie,
mortifying.
Why don't you just do a TikTok dance?
I should have just stop, drop and roll, I think was my best.
So how long were you up there for?
Well,
20 years, but all 10 minutes.
It was supposed to be 10 minutes. I reckon I probably did 8. And because I looked at my watch and went, that'll do. I'm like, all right, see you later. I'm out of here.
But you know what?
And then I was meeting friends for dinner afterwards, but normally I would stick around and say goodbye, but I just went straight out of there. That's it. Nobody needs to stick around for this.
That was my next question. Because when I made that stuff up at the Cottesloe back in the day, the first thing I did was go.
Yes.
I left.
Yes, it's a good policy.
I mean, people chased me out of that joint. But
it happens all the time.
If you've never been on stage or been presenting something, if you've never been thrown by something you're seeing, you don't know what it's like. And the only time really it's happened to me, and it wasn't a stand-up or anything, it was us introducing a movie, and I've told it before, and we're at the cinema, we were working with this guy called Troy for years, I'd say at that point. And then next minute, I'm talking and introducing the movie with Nat up the front of the cinema.
It was one of the X-Men movies, yes.
And then as I'm talking, I've had to stop talking because I couldn't believe my eyes. And there was Troy, and right next to Troy was an identical version of Troy. He was an identical twin and never told us. And that was the first time I'd seen it. And we had to stop and address the situation because Natalie didn't know either. And we're like, you can't know someone from years and them not tell you that there is an exact copy of them walking around the place as well.
I mean, if they never bring them anywhere, that's fine. But if they're going to bring them somewhere...
Well, so that's our
where
point.
you're gonna be.
If you're going to go to going to be in a crowd and something you know may jar the person on stage, let them know.
Do you need to get back on the horse straight away?
I am doing it
Let's
over
go.
mic on Thursday night. And you talk to any comedian and they all have a horror story. So that's mine. I've got mine.
And also,
Have
Shaun,
you still got this gag that you can try to... Or is it... You did say
Well, it was very time. So my opening bit was, right, that, it's great that you're here because you could be at Kylie
Yes,
or you
of
could
course.
be at the Indigenous All-Stars football game, but you've made a choice to be here, which means this is the straightest, whitest audience going around. Sam Kerr would hate you.
Yeah, right.
Forgot the Sam Kerr bit. And it's like, that was kind of the punchy bit.
That actually has made this show unfunny. So thank you.
Yeah, we better shut this down.
Yeah. All right, turn her mic off now. She's done.
Don't come and watch me. I peaked a week ago with Nat Lock and Friends, and it's all downhill from here.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Shaun McManus, do you want to tell everybody what you just did?
And also everyone from Nova, Dave McClung, listen to this. Natalie Price, listen to Malcolm. And
No,
Simon.
they don't need to listen to
Malcolm,
this.
Sully, Simon Lovell, listen to this.
I was just enjoying a conversation we're having with Jack, our work
Experience, yeah.
And he was telling us a great story. So I was just leaning back in my chair,
what did
which
you
was
do?
leaning against the screen.
And?
It seems to be broken.
It seems to be you broke it.
So
Is what you mean to say.
the glass
There's no
isn't
damage
broken.
on the glass.
No, and Sean's trying to rub it better, all right? There is the glass
to
isn't
Megan all the
broken,
time.
but as we know with LCD screens, behind there is all the all the stuff that makes the vision.
Yes,
and that there
the
is-
liquid crystals,
That there
perhaps.
is cracked, and it's broken.
Yeah.
she dead.
She broke.
She dead.
Just need some mum spit.
She dead. Sean, you are.
spit. That'll
How
fix
much
it.
will that cost, you reckon? What do we reckon the recommend retail of that? Yeah, I know, but it's like a display screen, so it's like a big computer screen. So that would probably be about, what, $1,500, Sam? Maybe?
Probably.
About 2,000. And I think that Shaun has
Sean's
to...
I'm going to
Personally
leave the
responsible
business.
Personally.
I'm going to leave
Because
the
I haven't done it
business.
to mine and none of it's done to hers.
And we were listening to the same story.
It must be-
we
it's a great
managed to
story,
not
thank
break
you,
it.
I would pay for mine if mine...
I was right into it.
Out of your own money, Nat would pay for hers.
Hey, coming up shortly, maybe
a
Tracy
wanker.
can help you out because she won Cash or the Car.
Nah,
on
nah.
Friday. And
Sean's
we
got
had
heaps
to
of money.
catch
I
up with
mean,
her.
he's got $2,000 left right now, but Sean's got heaps of money.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Good morning, Tracy.
Good morning, guys.
Tracy.
So happy for
What's
you.
it like to know that a competition's gone for a while and, Australia-wide, and you are the one that now everyone that banked their lives and dreams on that hate you? Hey, what's
Yes.
that like? Is it a good feeling? I think it'd be great.
Oh, do you know what? It's amazing. I honestly didn't think little country town person from a little country town would ever win something like this, and
Yeah.
it was just on the off chance that I did. It was amazing.
Well, Tracy, Peter
got
Bell
no
always
words for
tells
it,
me
really.
that Peter Bell always tells me he's the Cogent up kid, but you are now the
no.
Yeah, you're
talk
the-
of the
I
town.
think I'm up there with
Unbelievable.
Pete.
Yeah.
Hey, Trace, tell us what happened with the phone call that took place with Ross.
Yeah,
were you,
were you?
on the toilet? What was going on?
No, no. So I was heading to Perth for a medical appointment, and I just got to reception just past the forest because we're about 3 hours south of Perth.
Yeah.
And I thought, I was listening to you guys, and I thought, I'll just, what the hell, I'll give it a go.
Why
So,
not?
as you do when you're driving a car, you use the phone.
Yeah.
And I rang up, and it went through twice. I went, oh my God, someone answered. It's like, hello?
yes.
Hello.
And goes, that's all I needed. And I went, oh, okay.
What?
And then I thought, hold please. And I thought, oh my God, I hope he comes back before I run out of reception.
Yes. yes.
Exactly, I've gone through it.
Yeah, and I got through, and then we were just having a bit of a chat, and he goes, oh, you sound like such a nice person. I'll put you in the draw for it twice. I went, oh, my God, you're amazing. Thank you so
No
much.
way.
So that got you
that
into
was
the
it,
draw.
basically.
Talk to us about when you received the
phone.
winning call on Friday. What was that? Where were you? What to set the scene for us?
We just pulled into the You'll Do Roadhouse, and
Sorry,
I got
whereabouts
the
is
phone
that,
call.
Trace?
So
You'll
that's
do.
just out of Armidale.
Okay.
Does it have any good sausage rolls or anything? No.
I don't know about the sausage
No,
rolls.
well,
Sausage
get in
rolls
your
are
new
better
car and go and
at
check it out.
Williams.
Yeah,
Williams.
nice.
Yeah.
So anyway, we just pulled into the You'll Do Roadhouse,
Yeah.
and
You'll
I
Do.
was talking to the lady on the phone,
Yeah.
and my husband decided to go to the toilet. So we won this money and he was in the toilet.
Oh. And that's, you know what? That's a perfect time for the phone call. That's when you don't tell him. He missed it. You just walk out and he goes, "Why are you so happy? You've got cheese sausages." I am beside myself. So there's a decision. There was a decision.
Yeah, that's right.
So
For sure. Cash or the car.
Or the car. So, like, what are we thinking?
The cash. We'll take the cash.
The cash.
What are you doing with it, Trace?
Well, my husband and I have been together 17 years and married.
So you're going to leave him?
Been on a honeymoon.
So you never got to have a honeymoon?
We never got to have a honeymoon. No, we've just been working. We're FIFO, so every 6 weeks we're home together because we're on different swings.
Yeah.
So we're home together every 6 weeks. So I thought, well, you know what? We'll just go on a honeymoon now.
So what are you going to do? Where are you going to go? What's number one on the list?
We have booked in for Bali for 4 days, so that was before this happened.
Yeah.
But no, maybe Vietnam, Cambodia.
Oh, amazing.
Vietnam, go to Hoi An. Natalie got all the clothes
it's my
mate there.
favourite
There you
place,
go.
Hoi An.
Some great stuff. Now got some great stuff.
And I shot a machine gun. We shot a machine gun.
that's
That was
true.
in Ho Chi Minh.
Yep.
Yeah, that was fun.
And Cambodia will blow your mind. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, my husband's got a friend over in Cambodia, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angkor Wat is truly
Trace, good.
Yeah.
Well,
you are a $25,000 heir.
Congratulations,
the top
Trace.
tier here in Perth.
Thank you so
done,
much,
Trace.
guys.
Yeah.
The pride of Kojonup. Look at you go. eh?
And coaching up, you know what?
Everyone's gonna know now.
Like we said, lightning doesn't strike twice in one place. And you've got
Exactly.
Peter Bell, you've had this, and you're done.
That's it. No
So
more.
That's it. Pack up coaching up.
it.
All right, well done, babe.
Congratulations,
No, thank
Tracy.
you.
This is the Nathan, Nat, and Shaun podcast.
Splash Cards. Like Shaun's Rotto Swim, Dardanup Butchering Company goes the distance. Taste Dardanup at WA's best venues.
Oh, how good. Thanks to Dardanup Butchering Company. Shaun is going to be swimming his way to Rotto this Saturday with your kids. So
Yes.
Oh, it's the McManus boys.
Lachlan Cooper and Ollie.
Yeah. And Shaun.
And to make it a little
Shaun.
bit more risky, because of our wonderful sponsor, Shaun's going to be carrying a backpack of mint. I'm sorry,
No,
wouldn't
not
that,
me.
wouldn't that
Wait,
take extra?
Let's do one of the boys. I can do one of the kids.
I know, mate, literally, half a pig on your back.
Yeah.
And then swim. It's like, oh, this is sharp.
Great
All
idea.
Right, knows we're going.
Hey, to celebrate and to get you along to support, up for grabs, 2 return Sea-Link ferry tickets and $250 spending money to give away right now.
Okay, so we are setting up teams right now, and let's introduce our team members. We've got Virginia and Caroline. Hi, Virginia.
Hi.
Hey, mate.
Hey, Virginia.
All right, so Virginia, I'm going to explain the competition in a minute.
Yep.
But beforehand, why don't you just pick your team member? You're first, Natalie Lockyer, and you've got Shaun McManus, who just broke a television.
I'm going to say Natalie Lock, please.
She has not broken
Sounds
any
like you
television
wanna win.
this morning.
Weird.
I do
That's
wanna
weird,
win,
Virginia.
yeah.
That's really
Hey, Caroline, hi.
Hello, how are you?
Hi,
right.
Caroline.
Would you have picked Shaun?
Of course I would.
Nah.
You are a liar.
No, you don't have to lie. We all know
Caroline.
it. Hey, Caroline, I wouldn't have picked Shaun.
Yeah. So
No,
here,
he's a strong man.
here is what Splash Cards is,
Yep.
right? So we have a screen here in the studio, and before each person's go, I'm going to tell you the category. You're playing in the same category space.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you the category of the image that is going to come up on the screen. Shaun,
Yes.
as soon as the image comes up on the screen, because, of course, when you do these swims, you're getting timed, the timer is going to start. So you have to use 3 words only.
3 words only.
Normal
Shaun.
things apply. Nothing can be from the word. It can't rhyme. We all know how this game works, right? So 3 words only. And then, so we're going to be timed from the moment you start, and the flash card goes up until the moment that your partner, and that is you, Caroline, guesses the correct answer.
You know, you can describe these rules to me over and over again, and I still won't.
Three words is a bit that really throws him.
So, guys,
do it.
here's the deal. So when they start coming up with their clues, and we've got to
Yes.
do it quick now, you've got to, as quickly as you can, get that answer out. Because the
and you
best
can
time wins that round.
You can keep guessing as many times. So if we say no,
Yep.
have
Go,
another
go.
crack at it.
Go, go, go.
Okay, Virginia, you and I are going to go first. Okay,
Yep.
so you picked
great.
me. I know, right? No pressure.
All right. So do you feel in sync with Virginia?
Hang on, just a moment. Now I do. Okay,
Yeah,
did you feel like Virginia?
our minds are one. Okay,
Right, everybody. So
for the
guys,
first round, it is the best of 5 rounds, right?
Yeah. The first round, and this will be for both of you.
Yes.
The first round. Oh wait there. Here we go. Oh,
Amy's
wait
just
there.
getting
Oh, Amy's got the timer, and she's. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, got it.
All right. So the first round, guys, will be, and this is all going to be to do with the ocean or water themed.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Right, got it.
All right.
The first one is going to
Hence
be
flashcards. Yes, first round is
movie.
it's a movie, something to do with the water. Okay.
Yep.
Ooh, okay.
Guys, one,
Virginia,
3,
you and me.
2, 1, splash card.
Small aquatic lady.
Little Mermaid.
Yes!
That was brilliant.
What time we got?
6.22.
Oh, it's 6.22.
There's no way I would have got that.
All
That was
right.
really good.
That's really
Okay.
good. All right, so we're
Virginia,
still
we're
in
on
the
the
category
board. Okay.
movies. Hello, Caroline.
Hi, Caroline.
Hello.
This is our
Hello.
opportunity, and we're going with movies.
All right, guys. 3, 2, 1, splash card.
Dun it.
Jaws.
Well, that was...
I only said dun it twice.
Durnit's not a word. And if it was, is
What?
durnit together or is durnit?
No, that is
How
that is
do you
right.
spell
Why is
durnit?
dun it?
The durnit,
supposed
would
to
that be
give
hyphenated
three-word
or to be
clues.
durnit?
I
I
don't think
used
that's
the
a
J.
word.
No,
I
no,
don't
you
think
know
that's
you
a
used to,
three-
but I don't know
think it's a
about
word. You
that
sang
bit.
it.
Durnit.
Sang it.
Durnit.
Okay.
Yeah, no, because then Shaun, it could have been a movie. Natalie could have gone.
I could have. I could have just started singing
No,
Under the
wrong,
Sea, but I
wrong.
didn't.
No
I
music.
Just,
I know, but
no
under the
singing.
sea, you'd have
You
had
have-
too many words to...
Hey,
Under the sea is
Shaun,
three words,
we said,
Shaun.
we said durnit. Durnit, Shaun.
Yeah, you should have just said like shark movie.
Let's move
but
on.
anyway,
No, I would've
okay. All right, next round.
Round one.
So I took that round, right?
Natalie,
Okay.
Virginia.
Caroline, I think
Virginia
we'll
and
rip
I.
there.
Round 2, everybody. This will be something to do with water or ocean, and it is a song. 3, 2, 1, splash card.
Beatles, underwater.
Yellow Submarine.
Yeah!
What
That
we
was
get?
good.
5.69 here.
Okay, lovely work. Well done, Virginia. Our minds
Lemon
are at
chicken.
one.
All right, here we go. You won't get it right
Caroline,
here at all.
Shaun.
Probably Caroline. Remember,
She was
it
good last
is
time.
A song, guys. 3, 2, 1, splash card.
Crayfish. Crayfish song.
And we're done.
Oh my God.
Rock lobster.
The timer, Dave. But we will let you still finish the round because I want to see how stupid you are, Shaun.
What we got? Well, we
Sorry, just
technically
said
won the
answer.
first one, Caroline.
All right, guys. That.
Virginia, you and I lead 2-0.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
What's
guys.
the next round?
We are now looking for something to do with the ocean or water.
Right, okay.
And this is a person or a character.
Okay. All right, Virginia. Let's
Okay.
do it.
Character.
3, 2, 1, splash card.
Animated movie Pacific. Animated movie Pacific.
I hope that
Not
was.
Pacific Rim.
No.
No.
Animated movie.
Animated. Oh. I have no idea.
Animated movie Pacific.
Okay, because if you have no idea, then you guys are going to pass.
Yeah.
Are you passing? Are you officially passing?
I am passing.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll
that's a
pass.
tough
Natalie.
one,
It was
Moana.
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 They played the Western Force. She played the Western Force on the weekend.
Moana.
All
Should have
right.
known.
I know, it's all right, Virginia. Don't worry.
All right,
Okay.
We're going back to Shaun and Caroline here, of course. They are still under the category of people and characters.
Oh, hang on.
All right, here
All
we
right.
go. 3, 2, 1, splash.
World's greatest swimmer. World. Greatest swimmer? That's
Yeah, that's three. That's just three.
Okay.
Caroline.
Do you know swimmers in the world?
Greatest. World.
That's all right.
Michael Phelps.
Caroline!
Pulled it from nowhere, Caroline.
What was that? You won that with 24.23 seconds. That is a joke.
That's great.
hilarious.
All right.
All right, next round.
All right. How are we going with scores?
It's 2-1.
Okay. Next round, guys. Of course, it's a water or ocean base or something to do with even being wet, and it's an animal. Okay.
Animal. Okay.
Animal. So this
All right.
is Natalie and Virginia.
Virginia.
3, 2, 1. Splash cards.
8 legs.
8 legs. Octopus.
Hey, that was
Yes.
good. That was good.
All right.
What was that, Amy?
That was
4.61.
4.61. That was the
4.61.
fastest yet. Well done.
All right. Caroline and Shaun McManus now with animals. 3, 2, 1. Splash card.
Dogs.
I didn't even know where
What
to
do you
start. I don't know why.
What do you mean? What is it?
It's a turtle.
Time's up.
Teenage Mutant?
The time was up.
Teenage Mutant Ninja?
God, how do I-
Teenage Mutant Ninja?
That means Virginia and I have won.
This whole competition is about you and your swim, and you failed.
Sorry, are you surprised? First of all, we won the first
I'm
one.
not surprised.
Durner.
Not surprised.
Really?
I'm
Cheated.
disappointed.
So technically
Virginia,
it's 2 apiece.
Durner.
Virginia, great work. You've won 2 return Sea-Link ferry tickets
Thank
and
you so
$250
much.
spending money thanks to Darden
you
Up
so much,
Butchering
guys.
Company. Powering
Hey.
Shaun Swim to
That's
Roto
right.
Oh, good on
this
you guys.
Saturday.
John.
Everybody,
no worries.
flashcards will return tomorrow, and we might even put an application into Wikipedia to see if we can make a Durnant a name.
Thank you.
I
I
will.
appreciate that.
For
Durnant.
sure.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun podcast.
Kylie Minogue.
Mate, Kylie.
Saturday night.
Oh, mate.
That's right. Did you taste it in the air?
15,000.
The air was gayer. It was amazing.
A lot of my
It
friends
was
went, a
glitter.
lot of sequins
Lot
going
of
on.
sequins.
Yes.
Thank God that fat bird got out of there.
Exactly.
And then thank God the bloody Wildcats got out of there too.
Oh, I totally agree. What was the feedback like from people who actually
Everybody
there?
I know loved it. Yep, absolutely loved it.
One of the really shiny moments from there was the time where they got a little girl up on the stage,
Yeah,
and it was
I
like,
saw
you know, I just love the little girl. And I'm so excited. What's your favourite song? Padam, Padam.
Said nobody.
Which her mother played her, I'm sure, on the way to the concert.
Yeah.
While
Name another
explaining
one.
what Kylie Minogue is and where she's from. We've got someone in the studio that went to the Kylie
Yes.
Minogue concert. He's doing work experience for us right now.
Oh,
You
Jack,
might see
who is
his
that?
work at Hungry Jack's in Armidale usually. But today he's on the wireless. Jack, tell us about Kylie.
Oh, it was amazing. It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Mind-blowing.
What was the number that really blew you away?
Yeah.
I'm going to say hearing Slow. You know,
Yeah,
Slow.
okay.
I haven't heard that in a
Great
while.
song.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Come and dance with me. Yeah.
No.
Come and dance with me, slow. That's slow.
Slow.
Oh, slow. Yes. Okay, got you.
Okay, yeah. And what else?
She did a little acoustic set to I Should Be So Lucky.
Oh, great. Broke
Which
it
is
down. She
great.
broke it down to keep it real.
And then,
Could she? Sorry, could she sing well?
yeah, she did.
Oh, he's gay, though. He gives allowances.
She,
No, she's all right.
she's basically dancing like she's 20 again.
Really?
Yeah,
It was
right.
incredible. It was like 2 hours straight. The concert
Yes.
finished at 11 p.m.
Yeah.
By the time I got home, it was 1 a.m. and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a show.
Kylie
Couldn't sleep.
Minogue.
Kylie Minogue.
And because in my mind, when I saw Kylie perform in the past, to me it looks like she's performing late night and telethon. You know, very like pageantry. And I'm just so happy to be here. I'm going to make it last.
Yeah.
It was like she's come into her own.
Did she opened on a trapeze or something? What did she open? Flying
She
through the air?
literally came in on a seat, and then it was
I thought it was one of those old people one that go down the stairs.
And then she appeared in a massive diamond, and then
Yeah.
and then it was like a rave. It was like a techno rave at the start, and then it
Yeah.
went into that, and then we went into I can't remember. It was just so much going on.
Yes.
We asked for our contracts for us to be delivered
Yes,
every day
in a diamond.
and they
Same
said
thing.
not.
This is the Nathan, Nat, and Shaun podcast.
10K drive-through. Thanks to Thirsty Camel. Win 10 grand with Nathan, Nat, and Shaun at our Thirsty Camel 10K drive-through at CY O'Connor in Piara Waters. Shop the way you want and save big bucks in-store and online at the Camel.
All right, here we go. Time to find our first car for our Thirsty Camel 10K drive-through at CY O'Connor in Piara Waters next Friday.
What a great day it's going to be. Rick and Michelle both want to be there. We can only take one. Good morning to you, first of all, Rick.
Good morning, Shaun. Yeah.
Rick. So, Rick, talk to me about your friends, because this year we're doing things a bit differently. You can have a car full of people, right? So I think it's like 4 people per
Yes.
car. And then you're going to have 10 seconds to be able to talk amongst yourselves and then come up with an answer, which will come from you, Rick, because you'll be the team leader. Do you have smart friends, or you surround yourself like dumb idiots like me?
No, I've got
Hi, Shaun.
a few smart friends, so I've got a few lined up I could take. Yeah.
Okay, good.
there you
All
go.
right. And what sort of
Yeah.
car are you driving, Rick? So we recognise you in the lineup if you get through.
Yeah, I'm in a Misty Outlander, so it'll be fine. I've got
Oh,
a
yeah.
4-seater easily done.
Yep,
I can
great.
put
Perfect,
6
perfect.
seats.
Yep.
Fit all those giant heads
Do
in
we
there.
just go for a plain white?
Yeah, the nice white with the black trim. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we'll style
Okay.
it up. That's-
Okay.
We didn't ask about your rims,
All right.
man.
All right, Rick. Well, you're up against Michelle. She wants a spot too. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Hi,
good, Michelle.
Are you currently calling from your like a scrapbooking group at Mensa? Are your friends smart? Are they smart?
I have some smart friends, I'm sure. I'm sure I could
You can scrape them up.
Choose the right one.
Yeah.
Your phone's getting a little bit glitchy there, so we want to make sure that we can get that sorted out. And what car will you be driving, though?
I have a red MG3.
Oh, you're going to be able to fit 4 people in that?
Are they two-seaters?
It's not that small.
Okay, good.
Four-seater, everyone.
On the
All right,
shoulder.
here's what's going to happen. We've got a bunch of general knowledge questions. We're going to ask you the question, buzz in with your name. If you think you know the answer, you get it right, you take the point. You get it wrong, we'll just move on to the next question. Shall we do that? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we've thought it through. Okay, let's test your buzzers. Rick?
Rick.
Michelle?
Michelle.
Working
All right, we
well.
got both of you.
All right.
Perfect.
Shall be loud because you sound super muffled. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
First question. It's the first of 5, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. First question. What is the capital city of France?
Michelle.
Rick.
Michelle?
Paris.
Yes, Michelle's
Yes.
on the board. Michelle leads 1-0.
Question number 2. Which comedian was the surprise guest performer at the Nat Locke and Friends stand-up comedy Fringe show? Spoken about him. We had him on.
Thanks for
Rick.
listening to the... Oh,
Rick?
Rick. Peter Roscoe.
No.
No, he was one of the friends.
He was one of the friends, not the surprise guest. The surprise guest was Will Anderson.
Wow.
No point there. Michelle still leads
Thanks for
1-0.
listening. Question number 3. Who played Jack Dawson in the movie Titanic?
Rick.
Michelle.
Rick?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Rick's on the board. It's
Correct.
1-all.
Good, we got that
Next question. Which recently announced reboot of a cult TV series will be about a girl that kills monsters with a sharp stick?
Michelle.
Yes,
Michelle?
Michelle?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Michelle leads 2-1.
Got a game on our hands, everybody. Question number 5. In which sport would you use a shuttlecock?
Michelle.
Rick?
Badminton.
Badminton.
Rick's tied it
what
up
a
at
game.
2-all. It's a battle for the ages.
Oh, here we go. Which Australian cricketer was and is known as the King of Spin?
Michelle.
Rick?
Shane Warne.
Yes.
Shane Warne.
All the shit
Rick
tweak.
shot out to a 3-2 lead. Next question. Which sitting US president was the first ever to attend a Super Bowl game?
Michelle.
Rick?
Donald Trump.
Yes.
Rick.
Oh,
Michelle.
Rick leads 4-2. Rick's on the brink of victory.
Okay, question number 8. What is the chemical symbol for water?
Rick.
Rick for the win.
H2O.
H2. Oh, my God, Rick won.
We're going to see you there, Rick. You and your car will be joining us and your 3 friends at our Thirsty Camel 10K drive-through at Seaway O'Connor in Piara Waters, where someone is going to win at $10,000. Plus, little sweetener, Rick, you've got a cheeky $150 to spend at Thirsty Camel as well.
Oh, thank you.
We'll see you there with your smartest friends, Rick.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, Rick, as well, come up with the team name.
Yeah.
Every team is going to come up with a team name. We're going to put that on your license plate. Make it clean. We're a family show, unless Shaun swears.
Yeah. Another opportunity.
We'll try to keep it clean.
Yeah, good man, Rick. We'll see you there. Another opportunity tomorrow, so make sure you're listening. Study up.
Oh, yeah.
Think about your smartest friends.
Yeah.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Coming back from Rottnest on the weekend, I had my daughter and one of her friends, and it was me and Megan and just another mate of mine. And it was a little bit choppy on the way back, and music was playing. People were they're in a pretty
time.
good mood at that
What
time.
were you doing? Were you the skipper?
I was a skipper
Whose boat was
because
it?
just a mate of mine that I jumped on board.
Oh, Shaun, I can just see Shaun walks down to any marina and just sort of jumps in one, doesn't care who it is, and takes off.
G'day, mate.
Can I
G'day,
take
mate.
this,
But you know
by
what?
the
If
way?
you've got a boat, pretty much I know that Shaun's your friend because he's friends with you. Be your boat.
There you go. They say that's the cheapest one to buy. Isn't
Isn't
it?
it,
Shaun's
Jeff?
spot. So we're heading back from Rotto, and I was driving, and anyway, my wife decided that she was having a good old time, that she wanted to go and sit
Megan.
where Sonny was. At the time, I was trying to tell everyone, don't move.
Sit
we
down.
want to make sure that we are
Don't
home
control
nice
her.
and
Don't
Safety
control her.
first.
You can't control
Hashtag
it. no.
me too.
Yeah,
Leave her alone.
absolutely. Anyway, she's hit the deck, and I did
Literally the deck.
literally deck. And,
First time.
I
We've
was
seen
thinking-
Megan hit the deck before, but not like
This
this.
was an actual deck.
Yeah, I thought she was okay, and it was
Oh,
probably,
no.
I don't know, maybe a minute later than Sonny's yelling at me and to get my attention. So I
Yes.
slowed down and I was looked behind. She said, said, Mum has broken her arm. Mum has broken her arm. She's got a compound fracture. She's got
Compound fracture is bone sticking out of through the skin.
And also, well done, Doogie Howser.
it's amazing.
It's only going to be
well, was that
was
true, though?
amazing. Well,
was there bone sticking out of it?
It wasn't completely sticking out now. There was this big lump pushing out of her skin.
Right.
On her forearm. Yeah. So then I was like, oh, okay, here we go. We've got to deal with this quickly. So, Sonny does a sling with my T-shirt. I take my T-shirt off and she does a sling, which is amazing.
Sean, what you should have, Sean,
that's all I was after that.
You missed the opportunity to tear it off your own body.
Yeah.
While the wind is sweeping you on the thingo, and that's someone will illustrate and that'll be a cover of a romance.
I know, but there was no one around to appreciate.
There's no one here to illustrate. Hold it there, Sean.
Anyway, we get back to the marina, and I said, okay, it's one of my sons come to pick up my friend and Sonny and take him home, and I will go straight to Murdoch. Got private health cover, so I'll go straight there and make sure we're taking care of this. And it was really protruding from my skin.
By now there's a big lump.
Yeah, it is.
A while back, if you follow us on our socials, you saw Shaun had a lump that just appeared.
Yeah.
So it was that.
Now you match.
Megan. Yeah, on her forearm. Yeah, absolutely on her forearm. So I'll get into Murdoch in that emergency part, and we're waiting. This is the thing, and I know I mentioned this to you guys earlier, but it's thing that I didn't get. So we walk in there, they said, can we help you? And I said, my wife's got a suspected broken arm.
Yes.
And so laid it on the table. So they come out, and the first thing they do is not looking at her arm or do anything. They go, can we take your blood pressure? And I'm like,
no, and really what they should is taken yours.
Can I stick a thermometer up your arm?
They should have taken yours.
It's her elbow.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, that
it's
aside,
routine, but yes.
The guy had a look, and then he said, look, we don't have
They don't have an orthopaedic specialist on call all the time. And I found this because I went there when I fell off my bike. Same deal. But I did stay there. They x-rayed me, but they said, if we find a fracture, we can't treat you. You'll have to go to Fiona Stanley, which is just down the road.
Yeah, so
they didn't have an x-ray.
Oh, Megan. Okay. No, so they declared that, and he said it might be best if you just go straight over the road and get it dealt with. And I'm like, oh, here we go. So we go over to Fiona Stanley.
Private health insurance.
Yeah, exactly. What am I paying for? And then we go over there, and Fiona Stanley is abuzz in the emergency
it's Saturday night.
Yeah,
I need to see Fiona.
Exactly.
Bring me Fiona Stanley now.
First thing they do when we get in there,
take her blood pressure.
Like I said, Sean, they really at that point should have been taking your blood pressure.
What's losing it?
Well, the waiting room's full.
Yeah, it was quite busy at that time.
With every manner of walking wounded and
there all the different stuff. And I was sitting next to this old lady was right next to us, and she'd been there for 1,000 years. Actually saw her get old.
She came in as a young woman.
Yeah, she was. She was at least in her 20s, and then she was well and truly in her, like mid-80s by the time she got seen. We were there for 6 hours, but here's the thing. There was lots of things happening as everybody's been stuck in those waiting rooms. I don't firstly understand how we can be in a situation where there's 6 to 8 hours wait when they told me that's a good time.
Well, you know why? Because they're so understaffed.
No, and Sean, they prioritise. So if somebody comes in, it's not take a ticket and wait your turn. They prioritise. So if somebody came in and they had something where they were seriously ill,
I laid it through their chest and I go, we got to see them first.
On the brink of dying, they're going to prioritise them over a broken arm. Unfortunately,
I totally understand that. But there was this lady that came in next to us. Now I was there for 6 odd hours. At the end, by the way, my wife had an X-ray saying it's not broken. She's going to get a second opinion.
That's what happened to me. They said mine wasn't broken either, and it was.
We'll wait and see wait and see what happens there. But anyway, this lady came in and she was all dressed up. How old is she? Clearly, she would have been late 40s, 50s.
Okay, great.
And she was all dressed up. She came in from a night, and this is early. This is probably about 8 o'clock.
Her hair up or down?
Full face of makeup, looking good.
The whole lot.
She's glammed up.
She's glammed up.
Tendrils.
And she had a big bandage on her arm. Now, she got to this particular party and she had been there for a second, had a champagne and a good song come on. So she's bang on the dance floor. Hardly anyone there because the party hasn't really got itself going at all.
So she was going to...
She's had a stack and she's put her arm straight through a window that was right adjacent to the dance floor.
How long into this party is she?
She would have been there for 15 minutes.
So she didn't get a chance to have a skinful?
No. And she was telling us that she thought she was going to die because there's so much blood.
Yes, there's some big blood vessels there.
Yeah, big time cuts all over her arm. Now, the whole time she was talking, she had her arm elevated, so it was just sitting on her head.
Yeah. That's the way you should do it.
And she was there for hours.
Which is really sad because it was squashing her beehive that she paid earlier on to get done at price attach.
She literally had it for 2 hours on her head trying to have a conversation with us. But the whole thing was, she only got to that part. She only just got to that party.
Yeah.
No one had actually hit into the second or third gear yet.
Half the other partygoers wouldn't have even known that she'd been and gone. Do you know what I mean?
People have been turning up to this
and go,
party and
"What's
seeing
with
an
the broken
ambulance in the
window?"
driveway now.
I remember, because I don't like lining up, as neither do you two.
No.
That's been before ever I was on radio, and it was years ago, and it was everyone was lining up. It used to be a nightclub called Crush, right? And everyone would line up for there, and they were very selective about who they let in. And they'd just say, no, you can't come in.
Yeah,
I'll give you a rule. That's why it made it so much more important for you to get in there. And I remember all these people lining up, and people would stand outside for an hour and a half. And I remember it was an hour and a half of these people lining up, and I was leaving at the time. And as I was leaving, suddenly the fire alarm went off, and all the people that had just gotten in
after waiting for an hour and a half
or 2 hours had to walk straight back out again, and then they couldn't go back then at night, and they'd finally made it to Crush, Shaun.
Finally.
And they couldn't crush it on the dance floor.
And that's their
is
Crush
sad.
story.
We want to talk about this, right? So you just got there and then you had to leave.
Yeah,
was it a good thing? Or was it a bad thing? Maybe
it was a good thing.
Imagine us having to rock up and do a work thing, and then suddenly something happens.
Like you have to go home.
I mean, it wasn't started already, but when we found out that Crabfest that year was shut down
because of COVID,
we were like, "Oh my God, we got a weekend!" But we were high-fiving about we love Crabfest.
Sorry about the pandemic.
Yeah. I mean, but there was, you know what? There were some great things that came out of it.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
silver lining. Sophie's in Floreat. Morning, Soph.
Morning.
Hey, Soph.
We're talking about when you were only there for a hot second and something happened. What happened?
Okay, so we're living in London, and my dream was to go to Wimbledon. And so my husband looked after the small kids, and that was a feat just to get that done. And I lined up for about 4 hours. I was in queue, talking to random people, lining up. I get in, and I sit down, and I'm so excited. I'm beside myself.
I am too.
I was excited. I'm sent to court, and then guess what? It starts to rain. It starts to rain. So all play for the whole day is cancelled, and that was my Wimbledon experience.
Oh, Sophie.
No.
So did you get your money back from that, Soph? What happens?
No.
Oh, you just blow it. That's it.
Admission. I know. So no strawberries and cream.
Nothing.
No.
Home back to the kids.
Didn't meet the royal family at all.
This is the thing, though. Next time you got to go to where Shaun reports on. That's Wimbletown.
Yes, that's right.
Totally different.
Shaun goes to Wimbledon.
Never rains.
So it's just different.
Yeah, it's always sunny in Wimbledon. That it does
I thought there would have been a weather clause in there or something.
One of my friends, she bought tickets to a day at an Ashes test in the UK.
Yep.
Where the last time Australia were playing England, and she got there and same thing happened. They played about 3 overs and then it got washed out. And because there is a sort of a threshold, if they play more than a certain amount, you don't get your money back. But she did, and like they were $1,500.
Oh yeah.
Like she paid a fortune for these really good seats because that was all that was available.
So while you're there, what was the cost of Wimbledon?
Dun. She went to Dun.
It was like a general admission. So I lined up, with all these people chatting. You had your chair and you line up for like hours just to get in.
Were you there by yourself or you went with friends?
Yeah.
I was just
by yourself.
I love you.
Bucket list.
Yeah.
Oh, Sophie, I'm devastated for you.
I know. Thank you.
Thanks,
Shaun,
Soph.
one day you'll get to Wimbledon.
Let's go to Chelsea and Darch. Morning, Chelsea.
Good morning.
Okay, so where were you that you were only there for a hot second and then something happened?
Okay, so my little guy, I took him to see Santa. This is before they'd done all of the online booking and stuff like that.
Yes.
So we're at the shopping centre and we're in line, bearing in mind he's 3 years old and very hyperactive 3-year-old.
Yep.
And he was adamant he wanted to see Santa. The year before, we hadn't got near him, so I was like, great, I'm going to get my Santa photo this year. Awesome. We stayed in line for 2 hours. We got to the front of the line and Santa went on a break. We were literally the next in line and they closed the gate and they're like, oh, Santa's going on a break, he'll be back soon. And we were like, okay. No problem.
Yeah.
So another 20 minutes goes by, Santa comes back, we get let in, he screams blue murder.
Why?
No
He's scared of
photo.
Santa.
The kid, not Santa.
I thought Santa did.
My kid. Yes, sorry. Not Santa.
What
We're with you.
said of Santa?
Santa just started screaming.
He's like screaming at the children. Anyway, so your kid wouldn't go near Santa. Are you kidding me?
Nowhere near. No photo, no nothing. Wouldn't even
What
step
a
foot
waste.
next, like screaming the shopping centre down.
Oh, amazing.
So we waited 2.5 hours with a hypo 3-year-old to get nothing.
Did you get it? Did you not even? So you didn't get the photo of him screaming with Santa? You didn't even get to that stage? No photo,
Didn't even
move
get
on.
to that stage. Couldn't even get my phone out. Had to, like...
Because I was wary of Santa as well, right? Because as a child, I knew this doesn't make sense. Why does this guy get away with breaking into anyone's house?
How does that fat guy
You know what
fit
I
down
mean?
the
Like,
chimney?
To me, it was like, no, this is stranger danger.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't go near him either. And but they would always have something for you, the scared kids, to sit on.
Yes,
So
like
mine was a
little
rocking
stool.
horse.
Yeah.
Back then, actually, I've seen this photo of myself for years and years and years. And my mum said, that was really strange for us back then, that Santa. And I said, why? And Mum goes, that was the only Asian Santa that was at a supermarket. It was over in Sydney. I went I've looked at that photo for years. I said, I'd never know if he was Asian. So Santa can be anyone.
He can be.
Yeah, he can be.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Time for us to get out of here. Maggie Dent going to be joining us tomorrow.
No,
That's gonna be good.
It's going to be great. And also, we're going to be getting up early. Everybody, get up early if you want to win something. Because if you think, and you know the Perth Glory, if you think that you're smarter than David Williams, then you'll take him on and then you'll take out some cash.
Well, he's pretty handy.
He is pretty handy.
Bring
It's
a
pretty
thing,
good.
Caps.
Yeah.
Plus, another spot at our 10K drive-through for Thirsty Camel is up for grabs.
And we're going to be doing splash cards again.
Yes.
Now, I think maybe, Sam, if you're listening in your office, I think today it's an important thing that we put up on our socials is didn't a word. So Shaun thinks, can we play the Jaws? Can we play the Jaws, right? Well, the Jaws thing. So Sean is referring to the Jaws thing,
movie.
and he used didn't
That was my clue.
as
He
a
went,
word.
"Dun it, dun it." So it's the fact that if you had you just used the words maybe, but you sang, you sang
No,
it.
I don't think I sung.
But
I
no,
just
you
said
did.
dun it.
No, you didn't.
Dun
No,
it.
you didn't.
This. So Sean thinks this. That is a word.
You definitely
That is
sung
dun
it.
it.
You didn't say it.
Ross, is didn't
I'm
a
currently
word?
Googling it. Is the shark dunna a
Didn't.
word?
Sean said didn't.
Didn't. Oh, I had a T in there.
Yeah, he had T in there. 'cause he
Like-
puts
like
T-
Wimbledon has a T in it,
Wimbledon.
yeah.
He puts a T in things.
Nothing's come up, which should make me think that it is not a word.
We know it's not an official word now, but we're like, should it be a word? Or
Like
is
Cosy
Sean
Lives,
wrong?
you know?
No,
Things come every now and then come up.
No,
What was another?
Cosy Lives isn't that.
What was the word of the year last year?
I don't know.
Now you probably know.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Sam, you know?
Was it enshittification?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, but
So,
that's
there we
not
go.
a tune.
Dun it,
That's not a
dun
tune.
it.
Dun it
That's
is
not
a
a tune spelled
sound.
out.
It's a sound,
That's not me
a
whistling.
word.
And then I
don't make the rules, man.
I don't know how to spell that.
Wait. The word of the year
Yes.
for 2024 was brain rot. But that's
It depends which. It depends.
It depends on which dictionary you're
Oxford
on.
University.
every-
Got all the dictionaries.
Demure
Yeah.
was named the word of the
No,
year.
give us Urban Dictionary. Give us that one.
I think the,
No.
the Australian dictionary was the one that.
Give us Urban. Give us that one.
The
I'm not doing
Macquarie
Urban.
dictionary.
The Keith Urban Dictionary.
Word of the year, Macquarie. Here
All
we go.
right. On
Here
our
we go.
socials, weigh
Oh,
in. Is
Sam-
didn't a word?
Sam was right. It is a shittification.
And shitification. Mm.
What is that? The gradual
That's
deterioration.
his show.
The gradual deterioration of a service or product.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.